Grace and peace, family. Grace and peace. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. My hotep. Namaste. Free the land, beloved. Come on in, come on in, come on in. My name is Vicki Dillard, and I'm a very proud contributor here on FlyNewBeingQueenTV.com, the network for melanated people just like you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the broadcast. We're so pleased that you have joined us today. We have a brief war briefing, beloved, and we're looking forward to connecting with you to discuss it right now, beloved. But as you come in, please come in giving us a thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like, be sure to share. We ask that you do this because it makes it more likely that other folks will know that we're here. So we do ask that you give us the thumbs up, like, share, share, share. Thank you so much. I'm your sister with the curly braids, Vicki Dillard. Typically, I'm here weekdays, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time on FlyNewBeingQueenTV.com. Perhaps there'll be some upcoming changes, so stay tuned for that. I didn't post today that I was going to be doing today's show, but I'm so pleased with those of you that are coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's get ready to get into our topic. Oh, before we do, I want to remind you to join my weekly mastermind at clubvicki.com. Clubvicki.com, clubvicki.com. You want to make sure that you are connected with us at the Goddess Temple. Talk black to me. Where we're breaking down spiritual and metaphysical principles, and where lives are being changed on a very regular basis because of the gems that we drop there. You can join for only $1 for the first 30 days. Join for only $1 for the first 30 days at clubvicki.com. It is absolutely life-changing. My credentialing is not based on specific training that I've had or a bunch of certifications or degrees, beloved. My certification, if you will, is in the results, it's in the testimonies, it's in the miracles that continue to just keep on manifesting. Somebody talk black to me. So we're so pleased that you're with us today. Now, there's been so much going on in the news, and I will by no means attempt, what's the word? To try to cover every single thing at this moment, even though there's some other topics that are on my heart that I'm looking forward to sharing with you. First of all, I want to discuss our sister Monique. Of course, she's been in the news a lot lately, as well as Little Nas X. Somebody talk black to me with his funny looking self. I want us to discuss Monique and Little Nas X and Black society as a whole. As many of you all know, I regularly remind folks that we are at war. This is important when I tell you not to miss the Vicki Show. I remind you on a very regular basis that our war briefings, which that's another word that I use to describe what we're doing here today. Our war briefings, let me turn this fan down. Our war briefings, I call them that because we're at war and I don't want you to forget it. I said, we're at war and I don't want us to forget it. I don't want us to forget it because we haven't won the war yet, family. It's our destiny to win it, but we've got to conduct ourselves in a certain way so that we're able to obtain the victory. Somebody talk black to me. So I want to remind you in every war briefing and in every topic that I have with you, remind you that we're at war. Now, you might be wondering, okay, we're going to be discussing, you say, Vicki, Monique. We're going to be discussing Lil Nas X funny looking self, the BET Awards, right? And I want to connect those together here in just a moment. Now, a few weeks back, Monique came under fire because she did a live admonishing sisters to go out in public looking their best. She discussed the fact that we should look our best, and she showed a couple of pictures of some sisters that were out and about with their what appeared to be nightcap bonnets. There was a lot of backlash that she received because of this admonishment that she gave. Now, there are different kind of bonnets. Talk black to me. There are companies that are out there now that's really trying to level up the bonnets. And really, there are some that you can actually wear in public that are more decorative, especially if you have curlers in your hair, especially if you are working out, for example, and you need to keep your hair covered and protected and so forth, right? So I think it matters how you don the look. But when you're coming out with bonnets that look like total shower caps and everything else about you look like you supposed to be in bed, talk black to me, I think that matters. Now, you might be saying, okay, Vicki, why? I'm getting ready to make a statement here, and this might as well be, another one of our hashtags, because I discussed this before. I've used this phrase before. Ratchet is reachable. I said ratchet is reachable. And when I'm talking about ratchet, I'm not just talking about shower caps and nightcaps. Somebody talk black to me. Again, it matters how you wear it. There are some, like I said, there are some women that have specific hairstyles and they need something large enough to cover their hairstyles. They want to keep their hairstyles intact if they're going to work out, they're walking, so forth. I'm someone that's medically disabled. So for me, whenever I am out and about, which is very rare, I need something that makes me feel and look cute and that's going to cover up everything. Somebody talk black to me. So it matters how you presenting it. But I'm going to say something to you all. Hashtag ratchet is reachable. Hashtag ratchet is reachable. We are in a society now where sisters and brothers who speak to us from a good heart to admonish us to do better and to be better, we lash out at that individual. And then some of you all, and I'm talking about celebrities that got blue check marks. I've been looking at comments from your so-called celebrities and your little influencers when it comes down to stuff like this. They telling Monique to mind her business. They're telling Monique that she's shaming people. They're telling, it's all kind of stuff that people are putting out there. And I just want to say something. The reason it's come to this, to where folk like me have to tell folks to wash their hands. Talk black to me. Y'all know this is the home of the hand claps and the gavel raps. The reason why it's come to folk like me, reminding you to take a bath daily. God, today, take a shower daily. Talk black. The reason it's come to someone like me telling you, if you're out and about You're sneezing, cover your mouth. Talk black to me. Because some of you lack mamas and daddies. I said some of you don't have mamas and daddies. And because we're at war and they've weaponized the family, they've weaponized standards. It's not by accident that they've weaponized that standard. It's not by accident that nobody can tell you nothing, even though they started by telling you, sis, I love you. I don't mean any harm, but let's do our best. People talk to you with the best intention, and knuckleheads will still turn around and make a YouTube video, and thousands of you, sometimes tens and thousands of you, will tune in, and you be like, yeah, girl. They be keeping it real, girl. It's not by accident that throughout society, standards have been lowered. We have normalized such things. And because some of you all lack mamas and daddies to teach you certain civilized behavior, I'm going to say it again. I said, because some of you lack mamas and daddies to teach you civilized behavior, we got to step in. It's not a job we want to do, but it's getting out of control like roaches. It's an infestation going on. This pandemic would not have been as outrageous as it turned out to be if members of the dominant society, when they did the research, they found out that a bunch of the same white supremacists who was talking about that they was in bondage because folks told them to socially distance. You the same ones that wasn't washing your hands after you wee-wee. You the same one that was still sneezing and doing God knows what with them hands. Talking about some, how you doing, sister? The devil is a lie. If you had took a bath, if you had known the standard, somebody say standard. If you knew that the standard was to take a bath, if you knew that the standard was to wash your hands, this thing could have been shut down from the jump. But notice how the white supremacists responded. The white supremacists responded that they was in bondage. They said it was slavery. They said that this was infringing upon their rights. And some of you funny looking Negroes were saying the same thing, but it was y'all's fault. You spreaded the pandemic. You rejected Clorox. God today. You rebuke pine salt. You start cussing out soap and water. You told the mop you have no need of it. You threw out your vacuum cleaner and your broom and stuff. You got whole Becky's. I saw a clip some months back of a white woman sitting up there talking about how she take a bath once a week. No lie, no exaggeration, y'all. She said that she goes, when she does take a little weekly bath and stuff, little shower, she don't even scrub everywhere. Talk black to me. Family taking showers without a towel, a mini towel is new for black people. Somebody say black people don't do that. You all done watch too much TV. White folks jump in the shower. They don't have no soap. They don't have, what's some little spongy things? Where my little moderator? Angel, what's some little spongy things called that you take a shower with and stuff? What's some little spongy looking things? I don't care for them. I believe in fluffy little mini towels. I believe in, come on, talk black to me. What are those little, thank you, a loofah, thank you. Them little loofahs. So somebody take baths and showers. God today, I'm glad somebody knew what it was. But if you're not using a loofah, you're not using a mini towel, baby, you're not taking a shower. There's got to be some friction applied. Somebody say friction. Friction has got to be involved in the removal of dirt. Somebody say friction. We believe in friction. We believe in science. Now, there was a lot of truth about the pandemic, and there was a whole lot of lies. All I know is that members of the dominant society, it was all their fault. And had you just conducted yourself according to the standards of civilization, somebody say, we're the ones that had the morals. The people. We're the ones that had to break into Europe, God, today, and civilize you in. So some of you got the nerve to be upset now when you don't even understand that your behavior is uncivilized. You're taking on standards of the oppressive class. You are acting like your open enemy. Let me tell you something. We love to quote this spiritual text that says in Hosea, my people perish for lack of knowledge. But do you all know what else that text says? That text not only says my people perish for lack of knowledge, it says that it goes on to say that because you have rejected knowledge. Sometimes it's not that the knowledge isn't there. It's not that the knowledge hasn't been presented to you. It's that sometimes some of you reject the knowledge. So when someone says that they're coming to you in love, no disrespect, and you still give them the middle finger, y'all gave more attention, some of you gave more attention to Monique respectfully saying, let's do our best when we go out and about, than some of you all did concerning the uprisings from these white supremacists. Because I was looking at some of the comments and stuff she was getting. These are coming from your celebrities and your so-called black influencers. Somebody talk black to me. Come on over Instagram to flynubianqueentv.com. I need to use this device. Instagram, come on over now to flynubianqueentv.com or flynubianqueen on YouTube. Thank you so much. By the way, family, you can follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. You can follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Now, let me tell you something. The way you know you're a Mzungu, that's another alternative word for members of the oppressive class. When you are being infected by Mzungu standards, talk black to me. And I'm seeing a lot of this out there now in every area of people activity, where when somebody tells one of these nuts and bolts that's out there on social media doing the most outrageous things, and they start to double down on their ratchetness, that's how you know there's some Mzungu in them. Talk black to me. That's how you know that there's some Mzungu in you. Are y'all hearing me today? Let me finish posting this real quick on Instagram. Inviting my Instagram family, let me post what I just did. As I'm doing that, family, keep sharing, sharing, sharing. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up on the count of 3 for those of you that haven't, would you? 1, 2, 3, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Now, we all know that there are always exceptions to these kinds of rules. Again, Monique did say that if this is the best that you can do, she wasn't even talking to you, right? We know there are exceptions to all of these different things. But we're talking about the stuff that we normalize. Everything in war can be weaponized. And we understand that our open enemies have done exactly that. Let me say it again. Everything in war on this battlefield that is the United States of America can be weaponized and has been weaponized. Talk black to me. Now, let me say this. If you have children, beware. If you have children, beware. Now, let me show you something. Also, I'm going to play a brief clip here in just a moment. I'm getting ready to play a brief clip here. Because this is an important discussion that we need to have. Are y'all hearing me today? Now, family, when someone is bringing about correction and they're doing it from a good place, don't take offense to it. Don't take offense to it. Now, let me show you this. I'm getting it together now. And then I also want to read you a little something that took place with little Nas X, funny looking self. I don't know why Nas ain't mad that Lil Nas X is using his name. I'd be so mad. Talk black to me, funny looking self. We would have a problem right there. You wouldn't even get to use my name. Okay, I'm trying to wait for
the victory.
Oh, there we go. It posted. There we go. Now, this is what Monique posted recently. Y'all ready? And I actually covered up a little bit of this because y'all know I believe in following the rules. I more than follow the rules to try to be respectful to these different platforms that I'm on. By the way, the thoughts and opinions that are expressed by me are not necessarily those of the network or our affiliates, but they are my own. And my thoughts are based on information and belief. Let me show you this. Again, I went overboard by putting this little heart on her backside. So I'm calling this the bonnets and behind scandal. Are y'all ready? Hold on. Monique just posted this. Okay. Before this, she had posted other sisters out in the airport with their little bonnets and stuff on. This is taking it to a whole nother level right here. Hold on, let me clear that out. Okay, it was more showing, but I put the little heart behind it and stuff. So I'm calling this the bonnets and behind gate. Bonnet and behind gate. Okay. Now let's just deal with this. Because like I said, it was some other, I wanted to give you all some updates on some other stuff, but just stay tuned for that. I'm waiting for some stuff to be taken care of with the network, and then I'll be able to do perhaps a follow-up of a show that I did last week. I know folks are asking me what happened to one of the videos that I did on last week. Family, you all know that not only have we been censored by the platform, I don't control the platforms that we're on or the networks themselves. So just stay tuned for that, okay? Stay tuned for my update for the show that I did on last week, because I've been hearing from quite a few of you all, and I have absolutely no control and no authority whatsoever concerning those things. Talk black to me. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. We just know that our prayer and our ritual worked, and I'm going to follow up more with that when the circumstances permits me to do so. Now, this sister that was out at the airport like this is the picture that Monique posted. And a lot of folks, let me turn it the other way because I can, was upset about. Okay. Thumbs up, family. Share, 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 share. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Now, a lot of the comments that I was reading were from folks that was telling Monique, you know, you shaming people, Monique. Why are you shaming people, Monique? Folks were saying to her, maybe this is the best that this lady could do. Many of the comments, which I was surprised to read, to be honest, folks were saying stuff like, you don't know what that lady was going through. Somebody else was saying stuff like, well, she had enough money to buy a ticket. So basically they was trying to tell Monique, stop trying to shame this woman because she had enough money to buy her ticket and get on the airplane and stuff. So she must have it going on. One of the comments says this. One lady goes by, I guess it's Industrious 5. She said, this is not love, Monique. Taking a photo and sharing it on your large A platform, then shaming her and knowing other people will do the same is not love. What if someone knows her? Be careful of what you post because you never know how it may impact someone. That lady had a whole bunch of replies in response to that. Another lady, again, this lady right here is a blue check mark named Nikki Allure. She tells Monique, we don't know her story. Plus, she's minding her business like, and the lady puts this emoji up there. She said, now watch this. This lady said, we don't know her story. God today. Plus, she's minding her business. Like, so what's hard about people are entitled to do what they want to do? Okay, the English is way off. She's got hundreds and hundreds of responses to that. Somebody else said concerning Monique, that Monique, I guess they're trying to say Monique, she's getting on my nerves. Like her ass wasn't never fat or dusty. Okay? Somebody else said this is cyberbullying. Somebody else said you are dead wrong for posting a pic asking for public scrutiny. One thing she is doing that we all should be doing is minding our business. She did not authorize this pic. Y'all listen. Listen to the mind of the public. Watch this. Somebody else said, this brother who says Mississippi, I'm not sure what in Mississippi, because I'm from Mississippi. This brother who said that says, I went to his page. He said he's Mississippi, Miles Ashley. I think that tells us a lot right there. His name is Miles Ashley. He's a content creator. Okay, this makes more sense. This picture is the picture he done posted that telling Monique, hold on, let me get it together. Miles, this is the one that told Monique to delete it, okay? This who told Monique to delete. This is the public picture I'm showing you. Okay? Said from Mississippi. Boy, I'm going to sit down with that. But in his post, he says, Mississippi Aquarius content creator, Black Lives Matter. And then he said Black Trans Lives Matter. So I think we know what's up with that. He told Monique, delete it. Now you got a picture with your titty out. But dude, but you told Monique, okay. Somebody else. Again, this is another checkmark lady. She go by Feminista. Something or other. Look. This lady goes by Feminista. I have no idea what's going on in your life right now. She's telling this to Monique. But I'm claiming deliverance because you're being hateful under the guise of toxic positivity and support. I'm so, all caps for so, disappointed. And I've never been and I've been rather a huge defender of yours. This is foul. Somebody else. Love you, Monique. But how about you just mind? We just mind our business. Monique responds to that sister, Almighty Nisa. Monique actually responds to her. And Monique says, hey, beautiful. At what point do we mind our business of our community? Or is it everyone for themselves? I'm going to read that again. Monique responds to this sister that says, love you, Monique, but how about we mind our business? Monique says, hey, beautiful. At what point do we mind our business of our community? Or is it everyone for themselves? Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something with your funny looking selves. And I don't care who don't like this. I don't care who doesn't like this. Stop playing stupid. Stop going with the absolute extreme exceptions when you know full well what Monique is saying. First of all, before I show you this picture again, listen to what Monique said under her post, okay? Monique said, hey, beautiful queens. Are y'all listening? No shaming. Is this the best we can do? No judgment. Do you? This was sent to me as an example of what we're talking about that goes on in our community. However, if this is not your best, then do better. Being that ultimately the decision either way is yours. I love us for real. I'm going to say this again. Monique said, hey, beautiful queens. No shaming. Is this the best we can do? No judgment. Do you? This was sent to me as an example of what we're talking about that goes on in our community. However, if this is not your best, then do better. Being that ultimately the decision either way is yours, I love us for real. Now, let me help us today. Thumbs up, thumbs up. You know you're a messed up society when someone comes to you in a respectful way and says, you know what, let's level up. Let's go out in public being our best. I think in Monique's previous post that she put with some of the sisters that was going out with their little bonnets and shower caps on, she was saying, Monique said, I'm not talking about with the full face of makeup and all that, but she was just talking about just basic standards as we go out and about, right? Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something. For all of you funny looking people that commented on Monique's post, many of you so-called celebrities and you blue check mark people, and the danger of them being the ones saying it is because those are the ones that have the biggest following, and y'all listen to them. Some of the very ones that I quoted, I intentionally went to her post to read from it so that you guys could see folks that have some of the largest followings, your so-called celebrities and influencers, they're the ones that's thinking like that, which means they're influencing and impacting your thinking. They're the ones that's helping to normalize this madness. A brother asked me not too long ago, what would make them, accept me, Vicki, in like mainstream Black society, and I'm paraphrasing a little bit. See, they know I don't get down with no mess like that. They could never get me to do no trickery like that. For those of you, where you going with this, Vicki? I'm going to connect the dot with this Lil Nas X funny looking self. The problem with this sis, oh, that's her post. Let me go back to the picture I did. Let me go back to the picture where I put the little heart to cover up some of the atrociousness of it all. It ain't just about the sisters' weight, family. We know plenty of thick sisters that got it going on. Talk black to me. Look, when people say she was minding her own business, when you go out in public, does that mean when you go out in public like this, family, you telling me you minding your own business? I said, when you go out in public like this, is that what that means? You're minding your own business? If somebody snapped this picture of her while she was in her yard or in her home, or maybe she was just running down the road real quick to throw out the trash or something, you feel what I'm saying? And then trying to hurry up and rush back in, somebody snapped a picture and then tried to shame her. This is minding your own back business. This is minding your own business. Somebody said, what if this is the best she could do? There's some things called luggage that's surrounding that sister right there. I'm going to make it smaller. It's a matching set. It's a matching copper set of luggage. Let me get close. Y'all see that? On both sides of her. That would indicate there could be hair products, makeup. She could be some kind of a professional where she's got some of her products in there. But it shouldn't be out of the question to think that there were other clothes in those suitcases. Suitcases tend to suggest that. Talk black to me. You do not get to say she's minding her own business when she took all of that and just slung it out in public. Just splashed it out there. What are you talking about? She was minding her own business. Slowness. I brought up the Moors earlier today because Caucasian people in Europe were eating raw animals. They were eating animals with blood all in them without putting fire to them, without cooking them. They weren't taking baths on a monthly, weekly, daily basis. We introduced them to soap and water, civilization. There should be standards for society. Black folks are known as the standard bearers. We are the mothers and fathers of civilization. Everybody and everything comes from us. Why is it that we, the Black grassroots, are the ones that's talking about this? Because we're putting the whole world on notice that we are the new standard bearers. And because we're going to be the new world leaders based on the new world order that's going to be based on freedom, justice, and divine equity, we're setting a new standard now. We're setting a new norm now. When you go out like that, and most importantly, when you respond so ugly to Monique like that, it shows the work that our open enemies have done in our minds. Our open enemies have programmed us, conditioned us so much so that we get offended when someone says, let's raise the standard. I'm going to tell you something. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. Share, share, share. I did not post today that I was going to do today's show, but we thank those of you that are liking, sharing, like, share, share. Thank you so much. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. I was thinking about this whole notion of standards, right? I was thinking about this whole notion of standards. And just some of the basic definitions, and there were different disciplines that have different definitions of this notion of standards, right? It says, in one sense, it says standards provide people and organizations with the basis for mutual understanding and are used as tools to facilitate communication, measurement, commerce, and manufacturing, right? In another discipline, it says a standard is a repeatable, harmonized, agreed, and documented way of doing something. Standards contain technical specifications or other precise criteria designed to be used consistently as a guide, a rule, or definition. Watch this. They help make life simpler and increase the reliability and effectiveness of many of the goods and services we use. Standards result from collective work by experts. It goes on. This one is specifically talking about renewable energy and so forth, because I was talking about all kinds of definitions and senses for the word standard. Another basic definition I'm skipping now. A standard is a level of quality or achievement. Now, this is a place for intelligent Black people. So thumbs up, share, share, share. A standard is a level of quality or achievement, especially a level that is thought to be acceptable. A standard is something that you use in order to judge the quality of something else. I'm going to say that one again. A standard is something that you use in order to judge the quality of something else. A standard is something that you use in order to judge the quality of something else. Talk Black to me. Instead of me going there with this whole notion of standards, I decided I want to talk to you briefly about this word substandard instead. Substandard. Substandard. What is substandard? Substandard means what? below the usual or required standard. Substandard means deviating from or falling short of a standard or norm, such as of a quality lower than prescribed by law, substandard housing, for example. When we specifically use the word substandard, a lot of times we use it in the context of what? Substandard housing, right? Substandard housing, for example, the state housing laws and uniform housing code, they define substandard housing as any condition which exists to an extent that endangers the life, limb, property, safety, or welfare of the occupants or general public. I like that. When we use the definition, even substandard housing, what did I just say? We consider substandard housing to be any condition that exists to an extent that endangers the life, the limb, property, safety, or welfare of the occupants or general public. Now, let me go further. Because I told you earlier that we are the mothers and fathers of civilization and we civilize the world, I want you to know that even what we wear is weaponized in war. Talk black to me. I said I had to let you know that even what you wear, your clothes, is a thing that can be weaponized in this war. And I've asked in times past, what's the difference between a costume and a uniform? How many of you all remember me asking that on several occasions, long time back? What's the difference between a costume and a uniform? Watch this. I'm going to be a little nerdy on you. Let me get a little nerdy on you for today's brief war briefing. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. Share, share, share. Thank those of you that are tuning in. No, I did not post today. There was a lot of different things going on, but I decided to go ahead and have this conversation with us today instead of another conversation, but stay tuned on that. What's the difference between a costume and a uniform? Since you all want to act like what you wear doesn't matter. I want to specifically talk about this. Keep it in mind what I said earlier. Some of you all like ratchet because you believe that ratchet is reachable. Some people don't like any demands on them because they don't want to have to go through the discipline of improvement. So they turn out this whole notion of holding them accountable or causing them to raise the standard on anything. They treat it the same as an attack, which is a sign that your enemy has done a heck of a job on your brain. The reason why I say that your open enemy contributes to this new mindset of that anything goes is because they're the ones that now own BET, Black Entertainment Television, used to be owned by a Black man, but he sold it for billions of dollars years ago. They want anything to go. Your open enemy. Why, Vicki? Watch this. While I'm doing this, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. They want anything. Here we go. They want anything to go. And if children, beware, beware. They want anything to go so that you can accept their debauchery. Talk black to me. Let me clear this off. What just happened from BET Awards just now? This rodent that's known as Lil Nas X, look at this mess. They're lowering the standards on purpose. And they're promoting these kinds of things. The Donald Trumps of the world, the Cardi B's of the world, the Sukis with the good coochies of the world, the Megan Thee Stallions of the world, the Trinidadian rapper, Nicki Minaj and them. Because they're normalizing lowering the standards, and they're wanting you to start accepting any and everything else. And they chip away. It all matters, including what you wear. See, when you keep moving the goalpost, let me help you understand standards. How would you like it if the sun decides it's going to come out at midnight? And then the moon says that it's going to fight with the sun at 1 o'clock in the morning. What if the ocean and the seas decide tomorrow that they're going to change their standards and they're getting ready to flood out your house and your city? Talk black to me. What if? The doctor tells you got to have heart surgery. But he tells you he didn't finish. He finished med school, but his license was revoked. Found out he cheated on the test. And a lot of his patients have been getting sick and dying and stuff. Doctors don't have no standards, but he said he's getting ready to do heart surgery on you. Talk black to me. What if you go on the job, you're the supervisor, you're the manager, you're the owner, you're the CEO? The operating hours of your business are Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. And your little employees decide that there's not going to be no standard. They're going to come in at 4:45. You close at 5. They say they're going to come to work at 4:45. You ask them what's going on. They say, I'm just doing me. This is how I do it. I'm just being myself. Do you see how asinine that is? And the fact that you would get so angry about that is the reason why our open enemies have been successful in the effeminization of our men and the ultra masculization of the women. An enemy has done this. At the end of that, again, if you have children, beware. At the end of that pathetic performance, where is it? Here we go. Lil Nas kisses his big old husky self, breathing hard after doing that hard performance. Nothing but men on the stage. Talk black to me. I'm not showing the picture now, but he kisses the man on stage. But this is some of the ones that was there. All I was seeing was men in that performance. When I was in the hospital, I forget which time. I was so mad because I've been in the hospital so many times, admitted in the hospital so many times. And I'm like, this hospital needs to level up their movie selection, right? And I say all that because I was forced to watch, was it Superwoman? Is it called Superwoman? Wonder Woman, not Superwoman. God, today. I was forced to watch the movie in the hospital, Wonder Woman. They didn't have that many selections. The most disgusting part of the movie Wonder Woman, would anybody like to guess? Was all of these women. It was a world that the Wonder Woman's world was just women. Did y'all see that mess? I did not think it was a powerful movie. Y'all hear me? Have y'all seen the movie I'm talking about? So in Wonder Woman, her mama, the people that teach her how to do the fighting and stuff, All the women that's in that little planet, I don't know if they on the planet, land mass, whatever they on. It's a world unto themselves. Not a whiff of masculinity. Nowhere. Toxic masculinity wasn't nowhere in the building. I mean, just women. I don't give a doggone, sis. What I look like wanting to be in a hole every time I go to the grocery store, every time I go to the gas station, every time I go to the beauty store, every time I'm going for a walk. Talk black to me. I don't, as much as I love being a woman, I don't want to be around no world of women. Yeah, them Amazons. Allegedly, which they ain't. I was so disgusted. And I felt like I was in bondage in that hospital because I didn't have many choices for the movies. Because I otherwise would have watched that movie. It was out of desperation. Similarly, I don't want to be and see scenes where it's just me and just husky dusky. Just husky dusky. Just a bunch of husky dusky. High density pussy everywhere. Just like thick smog that you can't get through. Talk black to me. I was disgusted. I'm like, I don't want to watch this movie. Just a bunch of white women everywhere. And they throw in a sister here and there. What I'm going to see just yoni and breast and it's missed. It's off. Something's off. Let me get back to this. Let me tell y'all something. Now listen to what the article says. Watch this. Y'all know I've been talking about black masculinity for a long time. Some of you knew. I've been putting it down for years. I've been calling out Lil Nas X before. I've been calling out men. How many shows have I done, family, where men with skirts on? Who's done it? I said, who's done it? Whose norm is this? Black entertainment television is a white platform. White people are behind this. Your enemy is behind this. Are y'all hearing me? Black entertainment television is not black owned. It's a bunch of everybody else that own it but us. They're the ones that are the unseen hands behind this madness. On a white platform. Watch this. So let's go back to this notion of costumes and uniforms. Specifically uniforms. Thumbs up, family. By the way, if you want to learn how to build a black business, go to flynubianbusiness.com. Go to flynubianbusiness.com if you want to learn how to build a black business. You know, people run their mouths a lot about and nitpicking what it is that they say that you do and what you don't do for the so-called black community or black society. But family, the first person that wants to demand that someone shows them receipts for what they do for black society, you better make darn sure that you ask them first and foremost, what is it that they're doing? None of you are off the hook. Whether you are a multimillionaire or you're an everyday cashier, we all have a responsibility to do something to improve black society as a whole. When we say to you, go to flynubianbusiness.com, we're giving you actionable information because we're giving you the tools for economic freedom by investing in yourself for a shorter period of time and for less money than you going to college. Learning from black people, go to flynubianbusiness.com. That's actionable knowledge, practical knowledge. When we tell you to go to flynubianmoney.com, where you can learn about investing, diversification of your money and so forth. That's actionable knowledge. Those links should be in the chat shortly. Shout out to our moderators that's in the digital building. Our moderators are those that are highlighted in blue. They're putting important links and important information in the chat. And they also believe real strongly, very, very strongly in block parties. So if they have a crazy troll, they will invite you to a block party. Somebody talk black to me. Now, sometimes I like the trolls, depending on the kind of troll. Watch this. So I was doing some research on the importance of military uniform specifications. I need y'all to listen for a minute. I'm going to go somewhere with this because I want to share a personal story. The importance of military uniform specifications. Y'all listen to this. It says a uniform is the most visible outward sign of military service. Now, remember, we're pulling principles from this, right? We're pulling principles from this. The uniform is the most visible outward sign of military service. Thumbs up, family. Share, 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 share. It says both practical and aesthetic. The uniform identifies a service member as part of a unit and serves as an outfit in the line of duty or in ceremonial occasions. Are y'all listening to me? Yes, boycott BET. And make sure that you tag BET and P. Diddy's funny looking self. I'm going to tell you what his funny looking self said a little bit ago about Lil Nas X performance. Mind you, the same people that told Monique to mind her own business. No, I'm telling this sister right here, she should have been minding her own business. Had she been minding her own business, Monique wouldn't have had to. Going out in public like that with the matching copper luggage set is not minding your own business. It's punching us and busting us in the nose with your business. Business that none of us wanted no knowledge of. Oh, God, today. Some of y'all don't have mamas and daddies. Some of you all weren't taught standards. So you got the nerve to get mad at a celebrity and a superstar and influencers that's trying to help your funny looking self. Some of you sit up here crying, talking about you didn't have a mama, you didn't have a daddy, and somebody is sitting here trying to help your funny looking self, and you trying to reject them. No, baby. Don't tell Monique she's minding her business. That's exactly what she's not doing. The uniform is the most visible outward sign of military service. It's both practical and aesthetic. The uniform identifies a service member as part of a unit and serves as an outfit in the line of duty or in ceremonial services. A uniform, by definition, is standardized. Without specifications, it wouldn't fulfill its purpose. Watch this. Listen. The specifications of military uniforms help reinforce the idea of individuals as belonging to a single unit in which each within rank is equal. Uniform specifications by each member must abide, emphasize regularity, cohesion, group cooperation, and solidarity. That's a word for us black family. It's an identifier. Don't miss what I'm saying to you. It shows you belong to a certain group. In other words, what you wear communicates something. If you're a part of my clubvicki.com, clubvicki.com, join today for only $1 for the first 30 days. It's my spiritual mastermind course, my metaphysical course where I'm dropping spiritual jewels, lives of change, unbelievable major signs and wonders follow. Listen. You would know that this is not just a natural phenomenon. It's a spiritual phenomenon too, the way that you carry yourself. Because do you know that how you carry yourself on a consistent and regular basis, you're communicating something, you're communicating a certain way to the universe? I wear jewelry sometime when I go to bed. Talk black to me. I decided a long time ago to get rid of night clothes that's torn and looks trashy. I don't even want my bed to see me dressed like that. Talk black to me. The way I live privately. Some people say, I'm sorry, my house is a mess because, listen, this is how you know something wrong with your mind. I know I'm talking about black people. We're going back to our hashtag. Black people don't do that. Listen, somebody say black people don't do that. Black people don't do what? Black people don't say, I'm sorry, my house is a mess. I didn't expect nobody to come over here. I'm not saying, family, that there are not times that your house don't look right. But when you sit there and say that your house is a mess simply because you don't have regular company, that lets us know that privately you live in a, I was about to say something real ugly. You live sloppy. What you are doing privately in the unseen is the most important thing. You're telling the universe that it doesn't matter how you treat yourself and your environment as long as nobody else is looking. Who cares? That shows that you are just fronting for other people, but you won't eat. You only save your china for certain guests. You never eat it. You don't never use your best. What is it? China. What's another word? That's not the word I'm looking for. Somebody help me. Your dinnerware and so forth. You're telling this is just for other people. This is just for show. And with your funny looking self, you sitting up there judging somebody else, saying somebody else is doing something for show, and you won't even clean your nasty house. Yeah, I said China already, family. Yes, flatware. Thank you, beloved. You're communicating. You're not normalizing high standards. Let me tell y'all something. Let me read this real quick before I go there, because I want to tell you a personal story. I'm getting ready to do a little mastermind real quick. Thumbs up, share, share, share. That's right, Tracy. She said, I wear perfume to bed always. I don't never go to bed without it on. You got to set standards, high standards for yourself. I told you when I was in the hospital, the people come up in there talking about something, are you going to take a bath today? I'm like, I didn't know people in the hospital had choices for baths. I thought that was practically mandatory. No wonder hospitals are places where you get diseases fast when you asking patients if they want to take a bath today. Yes, a bath and bring me fresh clothes every day. Yes, the little lady is finna clean and make up the bed every day she get here. She finna clean this room. And I'm gonna do it too. Talk black to me. Watch this. It talks about how uniforms, particularly military uniforms, are heavily symbolic. Y'all listen, I'm going somewhere with this. Military uniforms are practical, but they are also heavily symbolic. This is true of the regalia and insignia donned by members of all ranks, though particularly officers. The patches, y'all listen, medals, pins, and buttons that represent military honors and achievements are worn according to standardized specifications. The consistency of such specifications gives meaning to the symbols and elevates their renown in the eyes of others. Now, if you don't do magic, if you don't do spiritual work, if you are just a mere mortal, I'm not talking to you. But we who are spiritual, we understand the power of talismans, the power of symbolism. We understand that everything means something. Not just that. How many of you all knew this? That even, I don't see it right here. It doesn't say it here, but I read this somewhere else when I was doing research. Even the colors that you wear with certain uniforms represent something. If you are a metaphysician, if you are a quantum physicist, if you are a regular scientist, they have proved that certain colors also contain certain frequencies. Did you guys know that even in certain jails and prisons, they paint the prison or the jail a certain color that shows a likeliness to reduce violent tendencies. Do you know that when you're shopping, they choose lighting and a certain color and certainly certain types of music because it makes it more likely that you're going to purchase it? I used to work at a big warehouse years ago, for years. And as soon as you get in the store, they would always rotate the items that they put at the front of the store, the first items you see before coming into the store. And guess what they used to call it? They called it impulse. So whenever I had to do work or they wanted me not to cashier that day, they wanted me to stock or something, they would tell me, Vicki, I want you to go to impulse. They called it impulse because they knew that just the mere positioning of certain products, the color of something, the way something looked, made you react a certain way. That's what I'm trying to get you to see. In Black society, yes, we get to say this is unacceptable. In Black society, we get to say, yes, this is unacceptable. Some of you all don't even know that you're being pimped and that grocery stores are doing magic on you just by the colors, the positioning, and the packaging and the lighting. You don't even know that prisons and jails implement these principles. These folk know you better than you know yourself. And some of you don't even know the reason you react the way that you do, even though we know that our subconscious mind is what controls about 90 to 95% of all of our actions. The unseen part of ourselves are reacting and responding to stuff. But that ain't all where I want to go today. I don't want to be so ultra technical with this. When I was in prison, federal prison, when I tell y'all that y'all don't have mamas and daddies, me being a person who was targeted, me who lived a standard that the judges I was before, the attorneys I was before, the prosecutors I was before, the so-called public pretenders I was before that my civil legal work I was doing all over the country, but specifically within the state, I was moving at a standard that they themselves weren't. When I was in the belly of the beast, when they snatched my braids, when they snatched my clothes, when they snatched my swag and how I looked, I had to become very, 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 very. They made you masculine because of the clothes that they gave you and the environment that they put you in. That's how I became a master landscaper on a military base. That's how I became what they called me the prison warden in the construction area, called me the queen of the doors. I had no previous training on stripping and painting doors, but I did it better than anybody else could. And I was mad at myself because in prison, that was the last place I wanted to do stuff with excellence. But it was so in me. The high standard, every which way I went, was so in me. There was nothing that I didn't do, that even my work, driving a John Deere, made military folk and prison staffers marvel at my work. That ain't nothing to brag about for me. When I lost all of my properties, when I was going through hell and high water leading up to one of the most tumultuous battles of my life at the time, lost everything, and I was just trying to make a little extra money, I worked at a gas station. One of my former tenants came in there and said, I used to rent from you. You working at the gas station, honey? Yes. How much you want on number 6? In the gas station. Every single time I went, My clothes were always ironed. I looked my best. I took a shower before I went to work. Even in that pathetic little gas station, I cleaned, I bleached, and I organized. So much so that I didn't know that our little lily white owners of the gas station chain came in there one day. The report came back to me days later from my boss. Y'all listen to this. This from a gas station. My boss said that the owner's daughter came in there and said, listen, y'all, who's ever heard of this phrase before? She had a pleasant experience at the gas station. She said it was one of her most pleasant experiences at the gas station. When the people, y'all know the worst bathrooms in the whole wide world are gas station bathrooms. Talk black to me. No disrespect, brothers. No disrespect me, but you got a lot of truck driving, can't seem to pee in the toilet people. Don't believe in washing their hands people that come up in there. So I was going to make sure that bleach, you can smell the bleach while you pumping gas. Get out the tank. I made sure that sucker was stocked up with soap and water to encourage sanitation. Some of y'all don't know how you can correct people without saying nothing. If somebody opened the door and you can tell they didn't wash their hands, there is a certain kind of look, sister, that you can give. That says, look at this eye right here. Look at this eye. That says, did you wash your hands? Nasty. They said that the people would come up in there talking about, this is the cleanest bathroom I ever. Y'all ain't hearing me. I got a $16 tip one time at the gas station. Customers would come in there and tell me they wanted a $1 lottery, $5 lottery. They would buy them one and they would buy me one too. Talk black to me. I worked at Wendy's when I came from prison. Was still in another form of custody. The people would give me tips on a regular basis at Wendy's. Said because of the experience and the environment I provided at Wendy's. Let me tell y'all a little story. My level up job when I got home from prison from the Wendy's was Home Depot. Y'all don't want this kind of deep truth. Home Depot. They was willing to pay me more. They did the background check. They didn't care about the background. Talk black to me. Thumbs up, share. I know it's just a few of us in here, couple plus thousand of us. My name is Vicki Dillard. I'm typically here weekdays, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. No, we didn't post today. And stay tuned for more information on the follow-up video because so many of you all asked me about the video that was deleted last week. I had no control over that whatsoever. Stay tuned. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicki. Y'all ain't ready for this deep truth. See, you think other people dictate whether or not you're a goddess. Let me tell you something. I was at the Home Depot. The Home Depot. Family. See, it's impossible to shame me because I know my divine nature. I know what I'm called to earth to do. And it was only a matter of time before my environment matched that. In the meantime, I level up everything I go to, from the gas station to Wendy's to Home Depot and the prison. Miracles happened in the prison while I was there. Slowness. I would iron every one of my clothes were ironed, including my sheets. When I was in the belly of the beast, that was a form of resistance for me. This is too deep for some of y'all. Some of the hating staff Some of the hating prison staff used to try to get secrets and dirt on me from other prisoners who I was in a similar unit with, and they never had nothing on me because I had a standard when I went in there. A lot of those I was locked up with was in there what we call gay for the state. That means that these were whole married women. And on the weekends, their kids would come, and with that same mouth they would kiss their husband and kids with, that was the same mouth that they was fishing another female prisoner with. They didn't like me so much in prison because if I was in the same unit with you, they knew I didn't play that. I said they knew I didn't play that. I didn't care what you was there for. You ain't finna be lipping and lapping in a bunk above, beneath, around, nowhere near me. Now, let me tell you what the prisons did. I'm talking about standards. See, some of you don't have no standards. This new for some of you. I maintain this in the belly of the beast. And they couldn't stand me for it. You do you, but you ain't finna be licking and lapping over top of my head. You finna get your funny looking self up out of here, little girl. The inmates knew my schedule when I would go to religious services. One of the units I was in, these fools had me on the lookout. Y'all ain't ready for this truth in a federal prison in Texas. So they knew my schedule where I would be on the weekends for my religious services. Watch this. They got tricked out one day because this particular religious service was canceled. God, today! So I came back at an unexpected time. There was a couple of different units, and one of the chicks was up here on the higher unit, was on the lookout, and saw Vicki coming early. God, today! I was peeping game. See, criminals teach you how to peep game. People that's criminal minded teach you how to peep game good. So I was coming back, and I noticed that somebody was strategically placed on the top corner. Y'all play too much. Got tricked that day. Service was canceled. Play too much. Somebody say standard bearer. Instead of them looking out for the CO, they will be looking out just as much for Vicki too. Talk black to me. I wasn't no snitch, but you ain't about to be lipping and lapping, licking and lapping over around me. You better get your, give a doggone what you was in there for. So I noticed one of them was strategically placed at the corner. I was walking from the compound. It was quite a ways away. Watch this. I made it up the steps. There was another lookout. This particular one was standing there in the middle, the center, upper area, just before I got to the room that I was in by the washers and dryers. Y'all play too much. Somebody say criminal minds. Them criminals be deep criminal thinking. The way one of them was flupping and bumping, it was too late. Because Vicki done already made up the steps. The service was canceled. They didn't expect that day. They knew when to eat, when not to eat. Hint, hint. So they didn't get enough time to get the little nasty Becky out the room. That was one of the Beckys. So they was doing biracial. They was doing all that swirling. Even the women was swirling. It's hard and strong. It was an opioid Becky that I was in the room with, and I was giving her that work all the time. Because she wasn't just doing that. She was tweaking all the time, bringing them drugs and stuff in the room. They know how to do it. And they know how to do it. But this day, the service was canceled. The lookout was moving a little too slow. They was rushing in there to tell them, but it was too late. I saw the girl pulling up her drawers. Let me just keep it real with y'all. Somebody say standards. They had a greater tolerance for the prison staff because half the prison staff, they dishes dirty. Half of them are part of the LGBTQ community too, and some of them like the prisoners. Let's just keep it real. I maintained those standards. Girl got so mad. She couldn't stand me. I used to run all the time. I got awards in prison for the number of miles I used to run each month. I can't wait till I'm healed better so I can start running. The girl used to see me out there, white, nut job carrying, opioids, still on drugs, swirler. That's just too much in prison. That's just, you just doing too much, girl. She would say, Vicki, I'm not scared of you. Physically, that is. I'm not scared of you. Watch this. The prison staff lady, the prison counselor, she didn't want to move the lady out the room, even though she knew the girl was violating all kind of policies that they busted her on. The CEOs busted her with all kind of other stuff, but they intentionally didn't move her out the room. You know why? Because when the staff don't like you, they will put the worst prisoner in the room with you to make your life a living hell. Prison staff will give you a job you don't want to make your life a living hell. They will put you in a room to let you know that they're controlling stuff. So they don't just control the time, the food, what underwear you get and when you can get it. They do other little things to make your life hell. But I maintained a high standard and it ticked off the staff. Watch this. Nothing. The staff member knew all this stuff was going on. She didn't care. And Vicki didn't need to say a word. They busted her. But she still kept the girl there in the room to give me hell. Watch this. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. The counselor's boss, the one who was over her head. See, this is why I do spirit. This is why I do magic. Because even when I'm in captivity, when I'm in bondage, there's a way that you can still move power until your time comes. There are some things that you can still move to make your life a little bit better, a little more comfortable. Y'all play too much. This thing got so hot and heated. The counselor's boss, they called me out the mess hall. They called me while I was still in the kitchen. They called the girl while she was in the kitchen. Made it back to the room. She was packing her stuff. God, today with bags. Look what I did. Watch what I did. This crazy nut job eating. Got caught. Y'all on the lookout because you're trying to do this gay for the state. That's what they call it in prison, gay for the state. Watch this. When they know you ain't really gay, but you faking the funk in prison because whatever. Watch this. And some folks did it because they wanted the pleasure. Some folks did it because they needed commissary. God, today. They wanted commissary. So they did it for the girl that could get them some commissary. Listen. So I said, okay, this is what I did, y'all. This is what they didn't like about me. I wasn't ghetto. I said, what? When she was packing, watch this, y'all. While she was packing, y'all, imagine a plastic bag and she packing. They moved her out of nowhere. Get out of here. You got to move. You got to go. Watch this. Somebody say my magic is working. What you talking about, fool? Do you know how many people got miracles because I was in prison? Do you know how many times the prison staff pulled me in their office and wanted to know how did I do this? How did that happen? Fool, you better ask somebody. How did Vicki maintain for almost 4 years? They ain't got nothing secret on me. Go look that up. You funny looking digital internet trolls. Find one. High standard. She was in there. Look. They called her out there with the quickness. You out of here. Start packing. Look, y'all. White girl packing her stuff. Look. She packing her stuff. I said, would you like for me to help you? God today. I said, do you need some help? You need some help? Guess what she said in response, y'all? Y'all, I was about to just roll on down on the floor, down the banister, down the steps when she said this. Watch what she said. Watch what she said. God is my witness. God is my witness. She said, "You won, Vicki. You won." Oh, God. She said, watch this. She wasn't yelling. She wasn't screaming. Watch this. This white tweaker. She said, "You won, Vicki. You won." And I started to tell her that's right. But I didn't. Worst I did was say, "Do you need some help? Pack it. Do you need some help?" That's what I was offering, was some help. Y'all play too much. One of my outside, I'm done with this because I want to show you about standards. I want to show you about standards. An disgusting staff member while I was in the belly of the beast did something against policy that she shouldn't have done to get at me. And one of the staff members admitted that the administrator, the white female administrator who was running that side of the prison, told this black female prison counselor she wanted me in the hole and to stay there because I wasn't humble enough. The staffer admitted that. But another staffer in another department found out about it because of Vicki's high standards. And they went to the captain and got me out. Let me tell you something. Do you think you online trolls, liars, and slanderers gonna run me off into where? Y'all play too much. Final story about standards. While I was working at the Home Depot, thumbs up, family, share, share, share. Thumbs up, share, share, share. While I was at the Home Depot, I told you when I got in the belly of the beast. Worked at Wendy's for a minute, then I turned around, worked at Home Depot. Top black to me. When I was at Home Depot, I was on there for a short time because it was during that time I was diagnosed with a major autoimmune illness related to one of my organs. And I couldn't even stay on the job for a few hours at a time. It was my doctors that told me, look, you can't even work like this anymore. Watch this. Family, I was doing such an excellent job. I was always winning awards, selling all kind of credit cards with ease. I mean, it just was ease. Watch this. Look at my best, excellent customer service. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. At a Home Depot. Watch this. They made me employee, was it a collar? Employee of the quarter, employee of the month, something like that. So at Home Depot, not only do they give you these little gifts and stuff, but they put your picture up real big in the front of the store. Y'all play too much. See, you don't understand how your gifts make room for you. Your gifts make room for you. Your gifts make room for you. You don't never let nobody make you feel bad no matter where you are. You better know how to level up at a Wendy's, at a gas station, at a Home Depot, baby. Watch this. So I'm at the Home Depot, looking amazing for Home Depot. Watch this. Customer service off the chain. Look, they got a big old picture of me, employee of the quarter, month, whatever it was, plastered on the front of the store. Look, this little girl come up in there. Watch this. I'm bringing up their stuff, right? She tells her, I think it was her dad, look, Dad, she's a star. I looked to see what the girl was talking about. Y'all, she was pointing to my picture. In the front of the Home Depot, this little Becky little girl said, look, Dad, she's a star. She didn't know she was prophesying. Talk black to me. employee of the month picture. Of the quarter. Whatever it was. Quarter month. What up? Look. She's a star. I'm looking with the girl. And when I realized she was watching, God today, you got to know how to level up wherever you are. You got to know who you are in any place and space and make it magical and watch what happens. I want you to know, Black family, you ain't got no business getting mad at no Monique. Level up. Do the best you can. I was using, as you all know, my other computer. It got the job done for a long time. But I was saving. Pay cash for my new device that I'm on right now. You do the best that you can with what you have. We in Black society don't get upset because ratchet is reachable. You don't really know how powerful you are and what you're capable of if nobody puts a demand on your greatness. And yes, it matters even with what you wear. It all matters. And you got to ask yourself, why would someone get so upset over something like that? And you compare their outrage at somebody asking them to take something to another level versus the other stuff that you all don't never speak out on. Don't let folks normalize ratchetness. Your uniform conveys something. It says something about you. And we're raising the standard. BGR, Black Grassroots, we're the ones that's raising the standard. It's not your old dead Black media members. It's not even your old religious leaders. It's not your civil rights leaders. We're doing it. Guess what? Your civil rights leaders have embraced this madness. I'm done. P. Diddy's funny looking self gonna tweet this out after Lil Nas' performance. Look what Diddy said. Is this it? Yes. Look what Diddy tweeted. Stanky bussy. Lil Nas did that. Be fearless. You sound. That's Diddy. Those Negroes that have those new biscuits that are on the scene, they are not the ones that are standard bearers. They're embracing this madness. Have you noticed that it's the younger generation? It's the Black grassroots that's calling this madness out. Not just this, but other stuff. We've been doing it. It's a reverse role. Where are your elders at? I said, where are your elders at? We're the ones that's setting the standards. We're doing the job that the elders are supposed to be doing. And I mentioned that stuff while I was in the belly of the beast because I realized a bunch of folks are mentally, they for real off because when I had to live with them things, when I saw the extent of one's thinking, when I saw how you lived and you moved, normal day-to-day stuff that we take for granted, manners and morals, everybody don't have those. And don't get mad at Monique for putting a greater demand in love to do better. Again, there are exceptions. We know that they're making new bonnets that are more appropriate for the public. Like I said, if you're working out, you're walking, like I said, if I've got curlers in my hair, I know as someone that has a medical illness, I have to have all kinds of accommodation at times and stuff. So I'm not tripping on that. But the point is you do the best that you can and you look your best. But I'm sorry, family. You do not get to say Monique is shaming this woman. You don't get to say that. And this lady is minding her own business when clearly she is not minding her own business. This is not the minding of one's own business. This is the putting of your business out there. I got to go. I love you all to pieces. Don't miss the Vicki show. Weekdays, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. If there's a change, follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicki. Share, 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 share. Again, I didn't post today. Sometimes I will, maybe sometimes I won't. Don't worry about it because I got a lot going on and some changes coming up. So stay tuned for that information, beloved, okay? Be sure to check out flynubianbusiness.com to learn how to build a Black business and learn from Black people. Go to flynubianmoney.com so that you can learn about money. Also, make sure that you sign up for my weekly mastermind today for only $1. Clubvicki.com, Club V-I-C-K-I, V-I-C-K-I, Clubvicki.com. Your life will never be the same. I can't wait to see you on my Facebook fan page at Vicki Dillard as well. I love you. I bow to you. You are my bliss. Thank you so much for listening to these few words, family. These are important lessons. I'm not trying to be funny. I shared a lot of my story because you don't know that when you go in with a standard, you can't just expect folks to just have standards all around you. What does that say about yourself? Do you understand what I'm saying? You got to have your own standards. And wherever you go, you raise the standard. And yes, you're going to have a lot of haters. And yes, you're going to have a lot of copycats. And yes, there's a lot of liars out there and a lot of slanderers. But someone once told me, they said, Vicki, you know how the sun just shines and the other planets revolve around the sun? That's what you do. That's what I was told. And I never forget that. All I do is shine. And that's what you do. I don't care wherever you are. And never forget, your gift makes room for you. Enjoy every place. Enjoy every space. And understand that you are limited, limitless, that you are limitless. And you raise the standard because you don't know what you're communicating. We're at war. And you don't want to make yourself an even greater threat or target. That's the word. You don't want to make yourself an unnecessary greater target. Talk Black to me, family. And if you are mindful of how you carry yourself, that way of thinking, that mindset is a transferable mindset that goes into every other area of your life. I don't do mediocre. I don't do normal. We raise the standard. And no matter what I have, whatever's the best of mine at that time, that's what I do. If this is the best that you got, then fine. Monique said that. But some of y'all know darn good and well that ain't the best. And you don't like demands put on you. But that's just too bad. Because that's going to be required for us to build a new world. And to live the life of your dreams, it requires you. If you want something you've never had, you've got to do something you've never done. Stop getting excited about the Cardi B's of the world. And the digital Cardi B's that's online, running their mouths ghetto and pathetic as ever. Stop normalizing their sick behavior. Stop normalizing their cave behavior. And some of the ones I'm talking about got Mazungu all up in them. We're here to civilize. We are the standard bearers. Love you.